All right, what's up, everyone? Let's talk about GameStop and all of the short squeezing that is going on. What has actually happened in the market? We're just going to do a quick video here. I'm going to play an interview as well with Chamath and CNBC just so we can get a little bit of insight on that. But basically what's happening is there's all these hedge funds that have shorted the stock, shorted GameStop and a bunch of other stocks as well that they believe to be overvalued and, in many cases probably should be going bankrupt. So GameStop is one of them. Basically when you short sell the stock, you are getting the right to, or basically you're selling stock today and then you have to buy it back, and basically you're borrowing shares. So you buy it back later and repay someone, but the idea would be that you're buying back those shares at a lower price and then returning them to whoever you borrowed them from, and whatever the difference is what your profit would be. So there's all these hedge funds that have been shorting certain stocks, and then now there's all these retail investors on Reddit on a group called Wall Street Bets, which is basically saying, hey, we are the little guy. It's a David and Goliath story. You're not going to take us down. You've spent years and years and years taking advantage of the little guy, and we don't believe that these companies are as undervalued as you say they are. And so all of these people in this group, whether it's illegal or not, I'm not quite sure, but they're basically kind of coming together and saying, hold on to your GameStop stock, don't sell it back, and by not selling it back, the price then will increase. It's what the short squeeze is, because then the short sellers will have to buy back stock at a higher price, and then it kind of creates this snowball effect where the price keeps increasing. Short sellers then have to cover, and they keep buying the stock, and then the price keeps going up and up and up. So that's essentially what's happening, and kind of the reason behind it is just, again, like the hypocrisy of all of these hedge funds over the last, I don't know, 100 years or whenever it's been, have basically been taking advantage of retail investors. They do very much on a day-to-day basis what the Wall Street Bets Reddit group does. Like, they send out these price targets. They get to say what they think the value of a stock is, or they get to announce that they're shorting a stock, and all of those things move markets. All of their price predictions move markets, and they push these ideas onto people, retail investors, and they get to reap all the profits, while a lot of times the retail investors are the ones that get hurt. So this is just kind of flipping the situation where now some of the hedge funds are getting hurt. A couple of them have gone bankrupt, where the retail investors and the normal people, the people at the bottom, are the ones that are actually causing so much commotion. And so I'm going to play this quick interview here with on CNBC, and we'll kind of stop it and talk as well.
Can see their stocks rise in this magnitude, and all of that is just fine? That there's nothing wrong with the integrity of the system if that is occurring?
So people are basically going to say, he's talking about, is there no integrity if the Reddit group is controlling it? But at the same time, it's like, is there no integrity if the hedge funds are the ones that are controlling it and propping up certain stocks or causing the stock prices to go down as well?
The lack of integrity in the system is the precursor that caused GameStop to be sold short 136%, and for people to try to pile on and destroy a company in front of our eyes. That to me feels wrong. That feels pretty un-American, if you ask me. I think GameStop is a reasonable business. I think what they do is reasonable.
Been telling you what $18 not that long ago.
Who says that? Who says that?
Things are, and the stock was like
free market
$17, $18 not that long ago.
So now the CNBC guys trying to basically say that the price of it, because it's gone up 1,700%, like it's overvalued, which it very well could be. But who is the market? Who is CNBC to be determining what the stock is and telling people?
Scott, I have my own model for the company. I'm allowed to underwrite however I want to own it. Everybody that bought that stock is also underwriting how they want to own it. And the point is, just because you're wrong doesn't mean you get to change the rules. Especially when you were wrong, you got bailed out the last time.
So again, like all the bailouts, all the people, all the hedge funds were wrong and they got bailed out. But if, let's say, the retail investors are wrong, which again, they might be, there's probably not gonna be a bailout. So you're always protecting like these big hedge funds and kind of screwing over a lot of the people on the bottom as well.
It's not fair.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that these investors who were short the stock were necessarily wrong. I mean, I still haven't heard you tell me what the fundamental case is for GameStop at $350 or.
Yeah. So why does you don't have to, like, basically what's happening is like Robinhood, because they've shut off a ton of the trading for people, like these larger banks and regulators are determining what they think the value of the stock is, which really is like, they should not be determining what the value of the stock is. Sure, if illegal activity is going on, they should be stopping it. But the value of the stock is determined by the people that are buying and selling it. And like for this guy on CNBC to be like, oh, it was at $17, that's what, you know, the price should be around there. Like, yes, most valuation models are going to put the price somewhere around there, many times even lower. But at the same time, just because it's going up and up and up doesn't also mean that you should just stop it. Like Tesla is an example. Like Tesla is a great company, has profits, you know, and has a good growth trajectory, but also their price has gone crazy this past year, a lot of time for speculative reasons. So I am frustrated by the CNBC guy because he's basically trying to like price fix the market in a way where he's coming up with what the valuation is, and when the valuation gets beyond what it should be, then all of a sudden like we should be stopping things. What about the tech bubble? The tech bubble, this is a very similar thing that happened in like 2000s. So
months and months and months is worth what the stock's trading at now, or any number of these things, the way that they're trading.
Is AMC, okay, this is the worst part. He's comparing AMC and the fact that all of their theaters have been closed to the fact that it should be worth no money. But what about the airlines? The airlines have gotten bailed out. And, you know, here we are, you know, yes, of course, AMC has had very little revenue. They've been completely closed for these last, you know, during the pandemic. And again, they might need to be going bankrupt. Who knows? But just because the fact that they've been closed does not mean that the price can't keep going up. Like the price can keep going up. Again, you gotta kind of watch out for illegal activity. But the price can keep going up. Like you don't get to determine what the price actually is. It's similar with Tesla. It's just like the price keeps going up, and a lot of people would have said it's absolutely ridiculous that the price is going up even to like $100, and now here we are at like 800 or something like that as well. So I just think the arguments, it's a bit hypocritical, where all of a sudden when it's going one way, it's like, oh, we need to protect the retail investor because they're making bad decisions, and then you know, comparing like comparing AMC to GameStop when you're not going to actually compare it to other companies that have gotten bailouts when they should be going bankrupt as well, just seems a bit hypocritical. So anyway, I'll come back. I'm sure things will happen in the next, you know, few hours as well. So you know, maybe after work or something, I'll come back on. But yeah, keep on keeping on, and make sure you're keeping it legal, and I'll see you next time.